Hey yogis, welcome back. And if you are new here, my name is Brendalyn. Make sure that you subscribe, hit the subscribe button below. I know this is supposed to come back at the end, but I just want to make sure you don't forget that. Couple updates. Got some changes on my face going on. I just got a row of braces. It's actually my second set, but it's only on the bottom row. So talking a little funny, my bottom lip feels like it's hanging out a little bit more than my top lip. So if you notice that, just bear with me. But yeah, our flow for today is going to be for back pain. So if you're looking for some relief, this is going to be the flow just for you. Before we get started, you might, if you want, to grab a yoga strap. I'm going to be using one during practice today for a couple postures towards the end. But our postures, we're going to be doing a lot of back bends and forward curls, things like that. Hopefully getting some looseness right here and relieving that tension for you. So we're going to come around and get started in a child's pose. As you turn towards the front of your mat, send your hips back towards your heels. And walk your fingertips forward as you ease your chest down towards your mat. Rest your forehead in the middle. And as you start to get settled in your space, bring your awareness to your breath. Through your nose, take an inhale. Open your mouth, exhale. Again, through your nose, inhale. Open your mouth, exhale. Take another deep breath in. Open your mouth, exhale. Inhale, puppy pose. As you send your hips back and up towards the ceiling, lift up your chin, placing it squarely on your mat, and begin to walk the fingertips forward. As you do so, slowly letting your chest sink down into your mat. As you send your hips up a little bit further if you can, allowing yourself to release any tension you might be holding in your lower back. I'm going to breathe here for a few more moments. And when you're ready, we're going to begin to shift forward. So bringing your elbows back underneath you, sliding them behind, and positioning your palms a little bit closer underneath your shoulders, keeping your legs and feet glued together strongly behind you. Take an inhale, cobra pose. Pull your chest away from the mat as you open it. Shine the heart forward, gaze up towards the ceiling. Feeling that squeeze in your lower back here. And exhale as you lower. Now bending at your knees, kicking back both feet up behind you, and grabbing the feet from the outer edges with all 5 fingers touching on both sides. Take an inhale. Exhale, bow pose. Starting to kick the toes back and up towards the ceiling as you open your chest, gaze upwards. If you can, kick the toes just a little bit higher up towards the ceiling. You might find that you start to roll onto the softer part of your belly. Just allow it to happen. And you can start to release the feet. Bring them back down towards your mat, left cheek to the mat. And now bringing your chin back to the center of your mat. Readjusting your arms here, bringing your elbows underneath your shoulders. You're going to start to lift your pelvis and your torso away from your mat into a low plank. Just be mindful of your core, keeping it tight, keeping your pelvis level with your spine, not too high or too low. And slowly lower back down towards your mat, keeping your elbows right under your shoulders, palms open facing downward. Pull your chest away into a Sphinx pose. Looking up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale as you slowly start to lower back down towards your mat. Coming up onto your palms and your knees, stacking your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Take an inhale, cow pose, arch your spine downwards, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, cat pose. Dome your back out in the opposite direction, guide your chin back towards your chest. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Just keep flowing through your cat-cow, being mindful of your breath. Take an inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Connecting each breath to every movement. And if you'd like, you can add some extra movement here, perhaps by hinging at your hips, sending your body around in clockwise or counterclockwise direction. Just doing whatever feels good to you here. You can stretch out your neck and chest by shaking your head side to side like you're saying yes and no. And when you're ready, start to come back towards your center. Once you're settled here, take an inhale, thread the needle. Send your right hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath your left. Bring the right arm down towards your mat. And if you'd like, you can release the left palm to grab your right hip. And if you grabbed your hip, releasing your left hand back down towards your mat, take an inhale and thread your right arm, bring it back towards the ceiling. Exhale, table position. Switching sides, inhale, send your left arm high. Exhale, thread it underneath your right arm. Bring your left cheek down towards your mat. Feel free to bring that right hand back towards your left hip. Bring your right hand back towards your mat. Take an inhale, send your left arm back towards the ceiling. Exhale, table position. And tucking under your toes behind you, take a deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel free to start walking your legs out. Sitting your right heel down towards your mat, bending at the left knee. Then switching sides, left heel down towards your mat, bend at your right knee. Just going back and forth at your own pace. You can start to twist here with your spine looking under your left shoulder and then your right. Now pushing down through your thumbs and your index fingers. Take an inhale, push your right heel up towards the ceiling into a three-legged down dog. Exhale, pigeon pose. Folding your right leg as you extend the left leg fully behind you. You can slightly extend through your back, just slight baby back bend here. And start to walk yourself forward. Bring yourself down to your elbows if it's available to you. Just rest here for a moment. As you slowly start to come back up here. Lift your chest. Now use your fingertips to help elevate you. Just slightly push up. Come up off of your right foot as you stamp it onto your mat. Still keeping your left leg grounded onto your mat. Checking on the alignment of your right knee stacked over your left ankle. Now keeping your left palm inside of your right foot. Take an inhale. Send the right arm high towards the ceiling. Gazing up in the same direction as your right hand. And exhale, bring your right hand down towards your right knee as you start to push it out to the side. Open your chest, gazing back and up over your right shoulder. You can start to sink your hips a little bit more if you'd like. And if it's available to you, grabbing the left foot as you bend open the left knee. Send your right hand behind to grab. And releasing the left foot back down towards your mat. Bring your right hand back down towards your mat. Low lunge pose. Tuck under the left toes, lift up your left knee. Kick your right leg back to a downward facing dog. Now we're going to repeat that on the opposite side. Take an inhale, send your left toes towards the ceiling. Exhale, pigeon pose. Check marking out your left leg as you extend the right leg fully behind you. You come into that slight baby back bend. And walk your chest, your fingers, your elbows forward down towards your mat. Bring your fingertips back towards your mat. Take an inhale. Lift your chest away from your mat. Start to push up as you bring your left foot to your low lunge. Stack your left knee over your left ankle. Plant your right palm into the mat. Take another inhale. Send your left arm high. Then bring your left hand down towards your mat. Then bring your left hand down towards your left knee. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, push your left leg, left knee out towards the side. If you'd like, you can start to bend at your right knee. And grab it from behind with your left hand. Starting to release your right foot back down towards your mat. Tuck under your left toes. Take an inhale as you lift your right knee away from your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Folding at the knees. Bring them down towards your mat. And fold in your left knee. And bring your left foot on the inside of your right thigh. You can point or flex your right toes, whichever you prefer. Take an inhale. Exhale, half forehead to knee pose. Bringing both the left and the right hands down towards your foot. And starting to lift your left shoulder up and back. Twisting your gaze up and under to a revolved half forehead to knee pose. You should feel that lengthening and stretching on your lower left oblique, and possibly your hip as well. And start to unravel yourself. Take an inhale, reach back up towards your center. Exhale, arms down at your sides. Now switching to the opposite leg, extend your left leg out to the side. Hold your right knee, right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Take an inhale, reach high. Slightly turn towards your left. As you exhale, half forehead to knee pose. Here, coming down to grab your foot about 2 inches beneath your toes. Start to twist your chest open. Bring that right shoulder up and back. Gazing up and under your right shoulder as well. And as you start to twist your chest back towards your left thigh, take an inhale, send your arms and fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, release them down towards your sides. So we're going to start to come down towards the mat. So coming down onto the mat, keeping your knees bent, stamping the feet hip width distance apart, and start to slide them back until they're touching your fingertips. Inhale through your nose. As you exhale through your mouth, bridge pose, pushing your pelvis up towards the ceiling, squeezing your glutes together. If you'd like, you can start to bind your fingertips underneath you to add a deeper foundation here. Squeeze the glutes just a little bit more. Push your pelvis higher. Exhale as you release back down towards your mat. So I'm going to grab my strap here. And you can use a strap, or if you don't have one, feel free to just use your fingers. You can use your index finger or both your index finger and your middle finger and wrap it around your big toe. I'm going to wrap my strap around my foot. Extend the left leg down towards the mat. And take an inhale. Exhale, pull the right leg back. Also, if you're here with your index finger and middle finger grabbing your toe, if this does feel good to you, feel free to extend that knee, but if not, just slightly bend it. Allow you to pull as well. You'll feel that releasing right under here. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, let the leg fall towards the right or gut. Now breathe in. Exhale, guide your right leg towards your left. Deep breath in. On your exhale, guide your right leg towards the right side. Keeping the leg extended if you can. If you're grabbing with your fingers, if you need to, just slightly bending at the knee. Just hold strong here. Your next inhale, start to guide your right leg back towards the center. Exhale, let it fall towards your left. Feel all that nice lengthening and stretching right here in your lower back, right above your glutes. Inhale, guide your right leg back towards the center. Exhale, release it down towards your mat. Now we're going to switch sides. If you're using your fingers to grab your toes, just use your left index finger and or middle finger. Grab here, slightly bend the knee if you need to. Now re-extending the right leg down towards the mat. Take an inhale. Stretch the left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, start to pull it back towards your chest. Each exhale, pull just a little bit more. Take an inhale. Exhale, guide your left leg towards your left side. Your next inhale, guide the left leg towards your center. Exhale, guide it towards your right. Inhale, bring the left leg back. Come through your center. Exhale, bring the left foot down towards your mat. Put this strap to the side now. Now releasing walking your feet back towards your mat. Start to roll backwards, lifting your hips away from the mat, resting them into your palms. With your toes pointed up towards the ceiling, take an inhale. Exhale, plow pose. Letting the toes fall back behind you. Perhaps bending at your knees. If you can, allowing the toes to touch towards the ground behind you, just counteracting those stretches we did before. And releasing, slowly roll your spine and then your hips back down towards your mat. Stamping the feet back there. Now cactusing your right arm out towards the sides, palms open, facing upwards. Now cactusing your arm out to the side, palm open, facing upwards. Bringing your left hand towards your right knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, supine twist, letting both knees simultaneously fall towards your left side. Using the right hand to push them down further, start to send your gaze towards your right elbow. Starting to bring your knees back towards the center, rolling your spine back onto your mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, switching sides, cactusing out your left arm. Guide your right hand towards your left knee. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, supine to your right. Start to send your gaze towards your left. Inhale, bring your knees back towards the center. And exhale. On your next inhale, happy baby pose, kicking the feet up towards the ceiling. Pistol gripping your big toes with your index and middle finger, bending at your knees and resting your elbows on the insides. Just rocking side to side. Enjoying the sensation of rolling out your lower spine, your middle and upper spine. Everything full contact onto your mat. You can also alternate bending and stretching your right and left leg. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, ball pose, squeezing tightly as you possibly can, bringing both hands to opposite elbows, chin to chest, forehead to knees. Scrunching down through the face. Scrunching down with all of your energy in your face. And as you release the knees, your legs and arms fall down towards your mat. Let the feet fall out through the sides. Let your palms fall open, facing upwards. Just lay here in your Savasana. Whew. All right, yogis, thank you so much for joining today. I really hope your back feels better. I hope you're feeling a little bit looser here. I know I do. So just keep coming back to this flow whenever you need. Let me know what you liked about it. Please make sure you share, comment, subscribe, let the people know. Come back for more. I always love having you here. Thanks so much, yogi. See you next time. Peace.